It sounds impossible. Xbox might be able to play PlayStation games. This won't be through mods or via emulation, but through Steam. Now, if that's true, this isn't about Xbox versus PlayStation more, it's about something much bigger than that. It's about the end of something that's defined gaming for over 2 decades. So, how did we get here? To the point where the biggest console might willingly let its rival host its biggest exclusives. Let's dive in. In the 90s and early 2000s, consoles weren't just devices. They were identities. Each company built its own world. Sony became the home of cinematic storytelling. Microsoft, the home of online multiplayer. If you wanted Halo, you needed Xbox. If you wanted Final Fantasy, you bought a PlayStation. These weren't just business strategies, they were boundaries. And for a long time, I don't think we ever questioned anything about it, because this is what basically made gaming culture what it is today. The console wars, fan loyalty, the exclusives, it kind of made it exciting. Gears of War only being on Xbox, geared towards playing with your friends, versus PlayStation, who was geared towards just making a good story. It was just a very exciting time to be a part of. But that kind of separation couldn't last forever. The world and how we play was about to change.
Content, home of Xbox. Entertainment comes alive, more intelligent, casual games, hardware, software, and services. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Xbox One.
The Xbox One was the breaking point. Microsoft tried to redefine gaming as entertainment.
Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message if you don't, like it?
It backfired. Like really bad. Sony responded by doubling down on games. And the PS4 took off.
House back on the stage for the final stretch, and he's coming up, and they're about to announce the price, and the price is over. It's only $399. It's only $399. That's considerably cheaper than Xbox, and they've done it. And Sony have taken the lead. They have taken E3. Oh my word, this is a fantastic day. Jesus, oh but this is a fantastic.
But Microsoft learned something that would reshape everything. The future wasn't in selling consoles; it was in access.
That was then.
Hey guys, just want to take a quick break to say thank you for watching this far, and if you enjoy this content, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and if you really enjoy this content, go ahead and share it. If you're not sure if you want to share it, you can just hit the copy link button, and that also counts as sharing the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Really, tell me what you enjoyed about this video, but enough of me rambling. Let's get back to the video. Game Pass absolutely changed everything. You didn't need to have this super intense console in your house. You could have your own phone, or a PC, or a laptop, or a TV. It wasn't about the hardware, it was about the subscription. And then crossplay arrived. Suddenly, your console didn't define your social circle anymore because Microsoft fully leaned into this idea. PC integration, cloud gaming, shared progress. This message was clear. Play anywhere. And from that moment, the word exclusive started to lose its meaning. Meanwhile, Sony stayed true to its identity and the home of prestige cinematic games, but let's be honest, prestige is expensive. Sony began to realize that exclusivity doesn't scale. Budgets began to balloon to hundreds of millions of dollars, while the returns began to worsen. So, PlayStation began to open up. First Horizon, then Days Gone, God of War, Spider-Man. The walls were not demolished overnight, but the gates were open. Now, this wasn't about how they changed the style of their games. This was about survival. The economic landscape of AAA games had changed too much for them not to do anything. And that brings us to now. The rumored next Xbox, a console PC hybrid that could run Steam natively.
Well, I can tell you're right that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high-end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
And if that's true, then the Xbox isn't an Xbox anymore. It's just a glorified PC. branded for convenience and not really exclusivity. And here's the thing, that's exactly what Microsoft has been planning for years. They don't care where you play, as long as it's through their ecosystem. If Xbox runs Steam and Steam runs PlayStation, then Microsoft becomes the infrastructure for everything. Like I said, it's not about control anymore, it's about integration.
We're really seeing people evolve way past that. Like the biggest games in the world are available everywhere. Yeah. You look at Call of Duty, you look at Minecraft, you look at Fortnite, you look at Roblox. Like that's actually what's really driving community in gaming. That's where people gather, they have experiences.
For decades, we treated the console wars like they were eternal. Xbox versus PlayStation, performance versus exclusive, green versus blue. But maybe that's not what the end of the war looks like. There isn't a victor at the end of this war. Maybe this is what the new gaming world looks like. A world where the hardware does not matter, but the ecosystem does.
And the idea of locking it to one store or one device is antiquated for most people. You want to be able to play with your friends anywhere, regardless of what they're on. And we're really leaning into that with this experience because it just opens up another way for you to play. As does cloud, as does PC, as does the consoles that we all own and have in our living room.
Consoles aren't about allegiance anymore. They're about access. And the companies know it. They're not fighting for your loyalty anymore. They're fighting for your time. So maybe the console wars didn't end with a winner. Maybe they ended because we finally stopped fighting. All right, that's the end of my video. If you enjoyed it, like it, subscribe, and tell me what you think about Xbox PC hybrid console. It seems to be this super console thing that is gonna be out of everyone's price range. I don't know what to think about it yet, but let me know what you think. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.